What is up, everybody? Welcome to Rob's Arcade, Rob's Car Arcade. Hang out with me. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
All right, everybody, what is up? Welcome back. Start running a few errands here real quick, like we've done before, as we wrap it up and head into a Monday for our Monday motivations. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you are a first-time offender here, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, like the video, share a little love. Please feel free to comment down below, of course, and go ahead and share this video with somebody you think might enjoy some of my content. I do like these Monday motivation videos just to kind of help jumpstart your week, kind of get you through it. I myself have been through it, and I know just what it feels like to need a little extra boost from time to time. So I like to hang out, not only play some video games with you guys and share like comics and nerd stuff, but also just do these little testimonials with you, as well. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. The spring is in the air, and so is the freaking pollen. Oh my gosh. I was out a little bit on Saturday, and man, by the end of the day, it was visible. I mean, you could see it, like in the Lion King movie when they're sending the pollen to Rafiki to get the message back that Simba's still alive, and all that stuff's like swirling through the air. Like, that's exactly what it looked like, the other day, yesterday, and then even today. We're supposed to get some rain. We haven't gotten any yet. Hopefully, it will hit here pretty soon, because we just need to really wash. Luckily for me, like, I don't, the pollen, all of that doesn't affect me too much. Because like I said, I was out and about yesterday, just kind of hanging out, and it was great. Like, so I was actually helping out with a festival for work. It was like a Latino festival. It was actually really cool to get a chance to be a part of, and just kind of hang out and listen to some fun music and meet some really fun people. But like, middle of the afternoon, you can start to see the pollen like just collecting on everything from like my watch face to my glasses, the tablecloth. Like, it was heavy. And then by the end of it, like the parking lot, you could see it swirling, across the pavement, and it was absolutely unreal. So yeah, I'm hoping we get some rain here pretty soon, and kind of help wash some of this stuff away. Like I said, hopefully maybe you got out this weekend. If the pollen wasn't too much for you, you're able to get outside, enjoy some outdoor activities. Like, so the weather's getting a little warmer, it's getting a little nicer out. So I was able to enjoy. Yesterday I had Friday off, which was really, really nice. And then with it being spring break last week, work in general was just really lax and kind of laid back. There wasn't as much going on. There wasn't any programming or anything that I had to oversee. So it was kind of nice to kind of catch up on just like some emails, and just to have a relaxing, slower, I should say. There's always something going on. I wanted to talk to you guys today about, I've kind of touched on, speaking of work, some of the people who have just been there for me and kind of helped me out through work. And I'll always go back and mention my supervisor, Sophie, who's just been amazing. And then, of course, there's Katie and Courtney, who, helped get me the position and get my foot in the door and, all of that. And there's been a lot of people who have kind of helped me throughout my career and just, supporting me through my part-time phase and through my full-time phase and through all of my successes and through even my failures. They've all just really been there for me. But I want to take a second to talk about my friends and those who have been there for me. And one in particular, I don't think as you get older, you only have but a few true diehard friends. And I want to take a second to talk about my good pal, Buck, who you've heard in some of my videos. He does my theme, just with that lovely singing voice of his. But I kind of want to take a moment to talk about him and his friendship and how important it is, and just how important friendship is in general. All right, yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about, like I said, just friendship and my friendship with Buck in particular. Just because, a lot of this in what I do here on this channel is about not so much the video games, but the friendships and the hanging out and the community and, the relationships that we build. And I'm just always really happy to see videos of girlfriends and wives who can appreciate their significant others' pastimes when it comes to video games and things like that, and can understand the benefits of it, because those friendships and those times that we spend together as guys, like goofing off in Fortnite and Call of Duty or Madden or whatever it is we're playing, is how we bond and how we joke around. And it's so amazing that I have that tool, if you will, at my fingertips, because there have been times when I've broken my foot, or just being an adult and not having the time to go hang out with your friends like you do when they live down the street from you, or you go to school with them and you see them all the time. As you're an adult, it's harder to find those times and to find those people that you can connect with. And video games, regardless of what you want to believe, are an amazing tool and a great benefit to that, to those relationships and to those friendships, and those 3-4 times a week, sometimes more than that, where I'm able to sit down with my cousin and my friends and people that I maybe work with or whatever, to sit down and play these games and hang out, is the time that we get to be together to talk and joke around and get out things that are going on at work or maybe going on at home. Sometimes it's to take our minds off of those things. This past week has been super relaxing as far as work goes, but my mom hasn't been feeling well, and so there's been just even moments today where I'm like, gosh, I really just want to kind of hang out with my buddy and play some video games and kind of get my mind off of things. And it's just so great that we have those and are able to spend time in those little fantasy worlds, if you will, and just kind of get away from the heaviness of reality in a sense, if you will. And I wanted to talk about Buck in particular because he has been just such a great friend to me through so much really in my life. And it's interesting because I actually met him through my ex, and even through like the separation and the issues that I've had with my ex, he's always had my back and been in my corner through all of it. And it's been very interesting to me. I mean, I don't know the ins and the outs, and I don't really try, but I don't think that she's reached out to him in any regard. And you know, being that they used to be like best friends, it was never a thing like, oh, you know, taking her side over my side or anything like that. Like, we just became really good friends through my ex, and regardless of what that looks like and what has happened with her and I, he has always had my back and has always supported me and has always just believed in me, you know, whether it's just watching my videos or just making that time to hang out, show me, you know, how D&D works, and just helping me with like teen events. He's just been a truly amazing friend, and to be quite honest, part of the reason why I'm able to do the things that I'm able to do. You know, it's my friends and my family that I think about when it comes to things like, man, you know, not necessarily strictly for them. I mean, there's a part of it too where it's like, I don't want to let myself down, but you don't want to let your friends down, and you don't want to let, you know, those around you have seen you overcome certain struggles. And you know, he's kind of been there for me with the not drinking and the not smoking, and like living by those same examples of giving up like cigarettes and not having to sit around and drink alcohol in order to have a good time. And if that kind of support, that kind of friendships and relationships that, you know, you need in your life. Like, I have some friends who I just don't really hang out with anymore because regardless of how many times I've said, I don't drink anymore, there's always this like, hey man, like let's hang out and grab a beer sometimes. You know, I don't really drink anymore. So, oh yeah. And then, hey man, we should, you know, maybe hang out and grab a beer sometime. And it's like, sorry dude, like I don't really drink. So not only has he been supportive in like my lifestyle decisions and just, you know, everything else, whenever I have an idea or if I'm ever just feeling down or like, he just always has my back. So, you know, I've taken a few moments to highlight other people who have helped me with like my job and all of that. So I just really wanted to take a second to like say, thank you, Buck. You've been an amazing friend through everything that I've been through. And those friendships are what help us succeed and what help us feel good about ourselves and just help us be a better person. So give a thumbs up to Buck, give a thumbs up to this video. Thank you so much for hanging out, you guys. And as you go forward this week, remember how important it is to be a good friend. Just wanted to shed a little light on Buck there. You know, make sure you give him a shout out maybe down in the comment section or something. But you know, just think about that as you go through the week and as you're, you know, maybe going to school or going to work or whatever that looks like. You know, just remember to be a friend as Buck has been to me, and I think that'll really help not only your attitude and how you feel, but how your friends feel around you. Anyway, friends, thank you so much again for hanging out with me.
Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment down below. And just make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of each other. And until next time, do not spend that quarter anywhere else. Take care, guys. Peace out.